Hey, this is Mike from the Jailbirds, and I'm going to be going over our song Tokyo Smoke. I don't know why I did that, but here we are. Tokyo Smoke is one of the last songs we wrote for this EP, I think. I remember we kind of got it together right before recording it. I remember it was like we recorded it in the month of November, and I feel like it was just that summer that we were like, we should use this riff I had that riff lying around, and it just sort of turned into Tokyo Smoke. And we actually, the lyrics didn't even come until much later. We recorded the instrumentation for it, and I didn't even have any words for it or anything, which is a dangerous game. Don't do that. And it was lucky it worked out. But it's a song about, first of all, I will say I came up with the name Tokyo Smoke long before the store. That was my idea. So there's probably some money involved with that or something if I claim it. But the song really is about doing what you love and just having a good time while you're here on the earth and living your life, and whatever that means to you. It can be whatever you want, sleeping in or something. I don't know, whatever makes you happy, and not necessarily substances or anything. It obviously kind of points to that kind of thing, but it's just encompassing feeling good and having a good time with the people that you love, and having a good time. That's really what the song is about. And recording that was one of the only songs where we had a few different guitars on it, I remember, because the tones were like so specific that we wanted or whatever. Like the intro is actually, I have this Gretsch guitar, like a big hollow body thing. I never really play it live or anything, but I used that for the intro, and that's why that tone is just a little bit more just a little different than the rest of them. And then I think the rest of it was the Explorer, and the guitar solo might have been my Strat or something too. But it was like that one I remember being like a multi-layer thing, whereas most other songs just, Explorer is the way to go. But this one needed that different texture to it or whatever that Gretsch pickups and stuff have, the filter drons or whatever. And it just worked so well. And recording that one was so much fun. It's such a fun song to play. It's got that perfect sort of upbeat tempo to it. And I recorded the vocals for it at home in my studio here, actually, because again, I didn't have any words for it at the time. And long story short, we just sort of circled back to things, and I ended up tracking the vocals myself once I wrote it. And I love it. I actually recorded it through this mic right here, and this whole EP, actually, this microphone. And the track is just, it's one of those ones where that one's really comfortable for me in terms of guitar and singing and everything. It just sort of like sits in the right spot for me, which is nice. Not every one of the songs do that, which is nice. So this is like when I see that one on the set list, I'm like, oh, this is going to be a breeze. This is awesome. It's a break. So it's also got a sick breakdown to it. I really like the drums in that section. And again, Jeff, our buddy, recorded it only because we didn't know, we had never met Kevin at this point. This was a few years ago, like I mentioned, right? And so we had our buddy Jeff recording it, and it just has that 70s like Deep Purple thing with the drums especially, and almost ZZ Top with the dryness of it and the snare crack, right? An old Black Beauty snare. And it just has that vibe where it's like old school, kind of on 11 rock music, you know what I mean? Loud ass guitars. The bass is, really round and warm. It's not really too gainy or anything like that. Like some of our stuff is a bit more gainy, you know what I mean, or fuzzed or whatever. But this one, I remember recording this one, and this was it was a fun time for sure. It turned out great, and it always comes through in the final result when you're having fun in the studio. And I think this song really captures that, and that's the point of the song, is having fun. So, you know, we really had a great time recording it, and over at EMAC Studios in London, Ontario, with Matt Grady. He was our producer and everything, and it's always just, it's a fun time to go to that studio and just get to work, you know what I mean? Everybody on the team is just on it, and it's like, that's such a pleasure too, I should mention, because you don't get that all the time, when everybody is there for the same goal, which is just, how do we make this the best it can be? And it's super natural, and nobody is no one is offended by anything. It's like, hey, maybe try this differently, or change up this part, or maybe we do something different. And it was just such a pleasure to record it, and so I think it comes through in the final results and everything. Tokyo Smoke has a really cool music video as well, shot by our buddy Myke at G3 Designs. Check that out as well on YouTube, on our YouTube page. And that, I think, also captures the fun vibes as well too. We just had a whole bunch of fun recording that video. I think that was in downtown St. Catharines we recorded that, or something like that. And that's where Mike's from. And I mean, what else could I say about this track? It's a banger of a song, and it just has that upbeat vibe to it that we all love. And it's a throwback to some of our favorite bands, like Deep Purple and Led Zeppelin and all these kinds of bands. And you can really hear that in the tones and stuff like that. It's like almost a tip of the hat to them. Because that's what we grew up listening to, you know, is all that kind of stuff, and it's timeless. So yeah, using a good old Gibson Explorer through some fun amps. Got my Morris amp, you know, we had a Fender Bassman, the Marshall 800 combo, which I think was modded to shit too, so it's not even, you know, you can't really find another one like it. And we had a Diesel Einstein as well on there too. I don't know if that one was too loud on this one, but it was in there for sure. I remember recording this song, not recording this song, when we were writing this song in our jam space at the time. I remember we were like, this one is special. Like, there's something about this riff, and it almost reminds us of like, it's got that like woodsy vibe to it or something. Like you're in a forest or something in a way. I don't know how to describe it, but it just takes you to a place, right? A different place. And that's what I love about music sometimes, is it can do that to you and put you back. And for us specifically, you know, whenever I hear it, I think of the sessions and think about when we wrote it and all this stuff, and it's just like a time warp, you know, in terms of that kind of stuff. And what more can I say about this song? It's upbeat, it's fun. I love playing it, honestly. I never get tired of it. Some of them, you know, you're like, oh, we gotta play this one again. But this one is, I never get tired of this one for some reason. I don't know why, but yeah. One more thing about Tokyo Smoke, the guitar solo is got a cool harmony in it and stuff, and the tone on that one was so specific. I can't remember what guitar for the life of me on that one. I feel like it's my Strat. I have a Warmoth Strat that I built a few years ago, or probably 10 years ago now. But I feel like it was that one just by hearing it, but I'm not sure. And we used this Earthquaker Devices, what do they call it? Palisades or something? Palisades? I don't know, something like that. And it's like a multi-overdrive. I think we used, I don't even know what one we used, but it was one of the circuits in there. And it got that really cutting sound out of it, just automatically through those amps that we had. We had those, you know, flown up all the time, and we would try like a different boost or something. And this one just had such a specific sound to it, and we were just like, this is perfect. And I don't think we used it on anything else, but it was just perfect for this song. And it's funny, that's why I love recording so much, is because you might have something that works so well for one song, and it doesn't quite work for another. And that's the fun part for me. You know what I mean? It's like, how do we find that tone, and how do we make it work for this track and stuff like that? And that one, I remember that was I almost bought one of those pedals because of it. But It's just such a cool tone, and it cuts right through everything. It's really great. But yeah, that's behind the song on Tokyo Smoke. Listen to it now on any streaming platform, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, whatever you choose to listen to your music on. You can find it now.